YouTube family. Okay, I've made it to the shop. Oh my goodness. What a day, what an afternoon. This almost feels like a day in the life video series that I'm doing right now. As I'm kind of getting back to making videos on the regular again after that little break. But on my way here to the shop, I encountered a situation, a spectacle, where a woman was sitting on the curb in the parking lot at the hotel with a sundress on, displaying all of her glory for the world to see. And the thing is, you all, I had to, after the shock of what I had just witnessed, because I ain't never seen nothing like that. A woman sitting out in public with a sundress on, just showing everything. The thing was, as you all saw that video, I was walking to the little walkway, the little way to, get to the bus stop. There was a group of young black guys, maybe 3 or 4 of them, and it was like they were out practicing boxing because they had on boxing gloves and a little helmet and all that kind of stuff. And it was like they were out there practicing boxing. So I don't know if, and it was the woman, and it was 2 women. It was 2 women. One was a little bit more discreet, but one was letting it all hang out. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here thinking that maybe she was advertising for the guys that were out there in the parking lot. Maybe she was trying to get their attention. The other thing is, I know that lady. And that's really why I kept looking back. I mean, I was shocked at what I had seen. But I kept looking back because I said to myself, I know her. I know that lady. And sure enough, when I first came out here to Langley Square to sell my fragrance oils in a cart, y'all have seen it. Y'all have seen my little setup on how I sell my fragrance oils. That lady used to stand right here. She used to stand right here across from the ABC store and sell roses. She would have a bucket of roses. And, as people would be walking into the, ABC store or the nail shop, even the barber shop, she would be right here with a bucket of roses. And she would be asking everybody that walked by, You want to buy a rose? You want to buy a rose? And if they would say, nah, I don't want a rose, she would then retort with, well, do you got $1? That was her thing. That was her hustle. You know? And like I said, I kept looking back, and that was her. And the thing is, it really just kind of shines a light on, you know, what's probably happening right now. You know, I mean, she's at the extended stay hotel where I live. You know, she might have some issues with her housing. You know, she might have lost her housing, and right now she's at the hotel. I mean, that's a common situation at an extended stay hotel. For some people, that's their last stop before they hit the streets, is the extended stay hotel. You know, but the other thing that I'm looking at, and it was just something that you know, it was some talk in the barbershop last week. Well, one of the barbers was talking about his cousin was telling her friend that she has an ATM machine, you know, between her legs. She has an ATM machine between her legs, you know, and I know there are women that actually feel like that. They actually feel like they have an ATM machine on their body. You know, and what I experienced this afternoon, what I saw this afternoon, it seemed like, you know, I know the lady's name. I'm not going to say her name. But she had her ATM machine open for business. That's what it looked like to me. She was sitting there on the curb with her ATM machine open for business. You hear what I'm saying? And it's actually, I'm kind of making light of it, but it's actually really kind of sad. The state of where we might be or headed. You know, from the standpoint, people are getting a little desperate. You know, people are getting a little desperate. You know, and the thing that I would say is, you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused on the positive. You got to stay focused on the financial opportunities that are all around you. You know, and as I think about it, I mean, you know, she's a woman, and she probably was looking at those guys that were out there practicing boxing. That's what it looked like they were doing. You know, and was probably thinking, hey, y'all know what I'm saying. But, wow. It appears that this series of videos that I'm doing right now are almost like I'm doing a day in the life. And I'm just going to keep it rolling. I need to get in the shop because I need to put some fragrance oil orders together for, look at here, for a woman that sells fragrance oils. Okay, so I mean, she's a woman, you know, she's a decent looking woman, but she's choosing to sell a product. She's choosing to sell a product that I sell to her at a price that she can sell for a profit. You know, and if she does it right, the profits will just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. You know, so she don't have to find herself. Y'all feel what I'm saying? She won't find herself sitting on a curb somewhere in a sundress. You know, I'm gonna leave that alone. But if you all like the video, I don't know if y'all gonna like it or not. I don't know if y'all gonna like this one. You know, hit the thumbs up. I'm probably gonna get a whole lot of thumbs down on this one. But hey, it was something that was on my mind, something that I saw, something I experienced, and I'm sharing it with you. Okay, so if you have any questions or positive or constructive comments, leave them down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. You see what you're going to get from the Martin Crenshaw YouTube channel. Real, in real life videos, not doing no editing, at least right now. So, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Be blessed and be a blessing